Healthier veggie-loaded butter chicken curry. Since I've been working on this recipe for I'm thrilled to be able to share it with you at last. I made a commitment to start making some adjustments in my life a year ago, and I have worked hard to make it healthier. I don't refer to it as a diet, despite the fact that I work with a clinical dietitian who has provided me with a plan that will help me make wiser choices. Since food is the foundation of my business and I love it so much, I must be able to make all of my own decisions within this framework. I lose more weight if I follow the strategy exactly, otherwise, I lose less. I frequently keep my weight steady, which is also a success in my book. I have chosen to accomplish it over years rather than months, because I am taking the long view. The most essential thing for me is that it is demonstrating that it is profitable and sustainable. I want to modify my habits such that they'll stick with me for the rest of my life. Trust me, there is no easy remedy for this. I won't start a diet just to stop it later. For the rest of my life, this is how I will eat. I'm feeling so much stronger and more alive than I was a year ago, and it's been a fantastic adventure so far. I've also been working out consistently and assiduously for the entire year, and I now feel comfortable in my own flesh. My family and I frequently eat this butter chicken meal, which is one of my favorites. It provides a dish that is bursting with flavor and works wonderfully with my strategy. On that, I never want to make concessions. I crammed as many veggies as I could into it, and it is low in fat and contains lean protein. The fact that the cauliflower and carrots are roasted gives the dish both incredible flavor and a ton of crunch and texture. This healthy butter chicken curry is filled with vegetables. Just to be clear, one of my all-time favorite Indian dishes is classic butter chicken, which I like dearly. I adore it when the sauce is thickened with coconut cream, which makes it so decadent you can see a film of oil on the sauce's edges. I enjoy piling it on top of a mound of steaming rice or dipping big hunks of buttery naan or roti into it. As a result of the dish's high-calorie content, I tried to recreate the flavors in my recipe while drastically reducing the amount of fat. Instead of coconut cream or cream, I used yogurt, and the first ingredient is only 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Since there is hardly any difference between full-fat dairy and reduced fat, I use full-fat yogurt. I think this is creamy enough, but if you want double-fat Greek yogurt, by all means, use that instead. Use coconut cream instead if you aren't concerned about calories. Have it with anything you choose, although when I'm being very rigorous, I'll eat it with cauliflower rice, which I really adore. I usually have a couple tubs of this curry in my freezer for those days when I just can't bring myself to make another supper for one. It freezes wonderfully. Ingredients. Cut the florets from 1 small head of cauliflower or half of a bigger head into bite-sized pieces. 3 sliced and peeled carrots. Just a few tiny sprays of olive oil. 2 shallots or 1 onion, finely chopped. 2 smashed garlic cloves. Finely grated ginger, 2 teaspoons. 2 tablespoons of the curry spice mix for chicken, I used Cape herb and spices. 1/4 tsp cumin. 14 teaspoons of coriander. 12 teaspoons of turmeric. Chopped, peeled tomatoes in 2 cans. 150 grams or so of green beans, with the stems removed and the beans sliced into bite-sized pieces. For bite-sized chunks of skinless, boneless, free-range chicken breasts weighing around 600 g. 12 cup full-fat, or fat-free or Greek, yogurt plus more to serve. Baby spinach greens, 200 grams. Juice from 1 lemon squeezed, optional. A handful of coarsely chopped cilantro or coriander. Salt. Instructions. Spread the florets of cauliflower and the carrot slices out on a baking pan and preheat the oven to 190 degrees Celsius 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Season with salt and pepper and drizzle with olive oil. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes, or until well heated through and the sides are beginning to brown. Approximately 2 teaspoons of olive oil should be heated in a big pan or Dutch oven. Fry the onion for about 5 minutes, or until it begins to soften and become brown. Fry the garlic, ginger, and spices for approximately a minute after adding them. Add the 2 cans of tomatoes and sprinkle with a lot of salt. This sauce has to be cooked for around 20 minutes before it begins to thicken. Add the beans and chicken, then simmer for 10 to 15 minutes, or until the chicken is done. For approximately half of this cooking time, I often cover the pan to maintain the moisture in the sauce. The cauliflower and carrots will have finished roasting by this point, so add them to the curry and mix. Give this some time to cook. Stir in the yogurt after adding it. If you want it creamier, add a bit more. Start incorporating the spinach into the curry after adding it. Putting the cover on helps with this since it requires a little assistance getting everything to fit and wilt into the sauce. Add a small handful of coarsely chopped coriander and a splash of lemon juice. This is optional but recommended. Serve with any side dish of your choice, another dollop of yogurt, and a few coriander sprigs, if you like it as much as I do.